She's brassy. She's bold. She's kinda dumb. She's just like you. She's America's anchor. October Surprise.
It's the top of the hour on the greatest motherfucking country on earth. I'm October Surprise and we've got gaping news. Time to find out what the fuck is going on. Welcome to our third episode, Shooting From Home. This has certainly been an adjustment for me, but I am bringing y'all the facts, whether or not my makeup artist Beethovenese gussies up this mug. Now, if she were here, I would tell her to paint my eyebrows on extra angry because, ooh, I'm cheesed. This whole coronavirus pandemic has been bringing out idiots left, right, and center. Let's start with those beach-going idiots in Florida. That is just so typical of those panhandle dum-dums. Only a swamp-raised, uneducated, alligator-loving... I'm sorry, what? That's Huntington Beach, California. I'm sorry to self-promote, but what the fuck is going on? What are you people doing? This is the pandemic.mtv presents Spring Break. Don't you think I want to go to the beach? Of course I do, but I have been a responsible citizen and been inside in a turtleneck and blazer for 50 days. Why do you think the beach of all places is safe? You are playing in a litter box of communal disease next to a churning tub of people sweat and dolphin piss. Well, it seems like the tides are rising in the virus's favor, so I hope your little vacation was worth it. And sadly, it does not end there. President Dump is up to his usual buffoonery and demanding the 2020 class of West Point return to campus so he can deliver their commencement address. Now, this is some pomp and very unusual circumstance. Those hardworking kids deserve to graduate in grand fashion, as do kids across the country. But think of the financial burden on their families on top of new costs brought on by the pandemic. They're going to have to pay for their kids' robes and pictures and all the little invites, and then they have to pay for the hospitalizations and funerals too. It can really add up. But it's like the old song goes. As we go on, we remember when we died so President Dump could speak. Now, Dump insists he was asked to speak, but I get the feeling it's kind of like one of those things like when your aunt tells you that your mom asked her to sing at your birthday, and you just tell her all your friends just want to play Time Crisis, and then she cries at the Dave & Buster's, and everybody has to go home. And Dump isn't just asking those grads to brave the perils of coronavirus. He wants you to do the same. As the November election creeps closer, it seems like the president wants everybody to shout present at their polling place.
I think if you vote, you should go. And even the concept of early voting is not the greatest because a lot of things happen. But it's okay. But you should go and you should vote. I think you should go and you should vote.
Listen, there is nothing I love more than walking into a middle school gym and being guided through an iPad-based voting app by a very stressed 70-year-old volunteer, but I feel like this pandemic changes a few things. Seems like it'd just be easy enough for us all to vote by mail.
Mail-in ballots for voting.
I think mail-in voting is
but
horrible.
You voted by
it's
mail.
Corrupt. You get thousands and thousands of people sitting in somebody's living room signing ballots all over the place. No, I think that mail-in voting is a terrible thing.
Holy smokes, I had no idea you could corrupt mail-in voting like that. No wonder it's never been legal in this country. What's that? It is? Who can do that? Everyone. Name one good person who would do that. The entire U.S. Army, but Dump said it was bad. He did it too? Where does the corruption end? Well, if that's the case, then that's what we all ought to be doing. Not like Dump can just stop the mail.
The Postal Service is a joke. And every time they bring a package, they lose money on it. This thing's losing billions of dollars. It has for years.
You know, I'm starting to get the feeling that Dump is trying to stop the mail. Now, I'm not defending him, but my postman scares the bejesus out of my Labradoodle, Woodrow Wilson, so a little less mail would be nice. But this is democracy, people. If your representative doesn't have an initiative for mail-in voting, then I suggest you threaten them with a letter-writing campaign. They might not be scared of the letters, but they'll be terrified that you licked the stamps in envelopes. And if you think this virus is weighing heavy on your mind, President Dump is back on Twitter to remind you that, bitch, you don't know the half of it. Thanks to his advisors, President Dump has taken a break from speaking at the daily White House task force briefings so he isn't caught off guard and making up random bullshit or giving ignorant advice. He is instead taken to his phone where he can release carefully crafted bullshit and truly life-threatening advice. On Sunday, he tore into his usual suspects of the media in a caustic tweet storm. He allegedly tweeted, "When will all of the reporters who have received Nobel Prizes with an L and an E for their work on Russia, only to have been proven totally wrong, and in fact it was the other side who committed the crimes, be turning back their cherished Nobel so they can be given to the real reporters and journalists who got it right?" First of all, doesn't seem like the time. Secondly, this poor motherfucker spelled Nobel wrong. I mean, that is just sad. The poor guy doesn't even know that Noble is not even a word. Noble? I mean, what is that? And then get this, he tries to pass it off like Noble is a real thing. Does anybody get the meaning of what a so-called Noble, not Nobel Prize is, especially as it pertains to reporters and journalists? Noble is defined as having or showing fine personal qualities or high moral principles and ideals. Does sarcasm ever work? Noble is defined as, oh my god, give me a break. Noble is not a word. No one believes you. And please, does sarcasm work? Of course it does, sweetheart. Here, let me show you. Wow, you are such a good president. You're doing such a good job. Oh my gosh, only 55,000 people have died so far? Wow, you are such a good president. We should hire you for all of our pandemics. Oh my gosh, Hercules. See, works just fine. Well, that is all the news that was at the bottom of my barrel. Until next time, I am October Surprise, and this has been What the Fuck is Going On?